Alright, my first attempt at a video, so bear with me. Just a quick little overview of this. This is the Kunwu Jericho. I've had this for about a week or so now. Beautiful knife. It's got that great orange peel texture. I don't know if that comes up on the video or not. Beautiful Damascus inlays and pivot collars. I don't know if that comes up either, but like I said, bear with me. I'm just learning how to do this. So it's a great looking knife. It's got really good action. You've got some satin Van Axe blade, titanium. It's got really good action. Very satisfying to open. I will say I have a little trouble thumb flicking it, and that's probably just me. Like, I can get it, but I gotta really think about it, whereas so many others, I can just go up there, hit it, and it opens nicely. But again, that's probably a me thing. I know that I probably am pushing on the lock bar sometimes, but like I said, action's great. Came sticky sharp. I stropped it a little bit. Let's get some of this. That's why they give you the cloth, right? So yeah, like I said, that's gorgeous. Just looks really nice. I like it. Overall, it's a great knife. I really like the harpoon blade. I'm a big fan of the Kunwu, and that has the harpoon blade as well. Very capable. You get a full grip on it. I got some pretty large hands. Great little choke up spot. Great little, like I said, harpoon for some close precision work. And like I said, the action's really good. The pocket clip's good. I don't know if it's milled titanium or what. I'm not that bright. But I was really happy with this. I think I paid like $310 for it or something like that. Really enjoyable knife. It's definitely a little bit classier. It's not like my everyday carry. It's got this fanciness in here. It's a fingerprint magnet. But I'm not mad at it, you know. If I had any complaints at all, the lock bar access, it's a little tough to get to. And again, that's probably just a me thing. Like, you just do one of those and you get it. But there's no real cutout, it seems like. It seems like it's pretty flush. So you kind of got to put your thumb in the path, but at least there's this choil and the blade lands on your thumb, so you're not bleeding everywhere, which I've done plenty of times. But like I said, I really like this. Kunwu makes a great blade. Got that Van Axe. I like that there's not a ton of markings on the blade, not a lot of billboarding. But yeah, I really like this. Only other Kunwu I've ever had was their Compadre, which is the smaller version of the Padre. And it was great. I've been doing knife stuff for a long time now, so I'm pretty particular in what I like. I don't do flippers. I don't like anything with a flipper tab. I am pretty basic, like, you know, like I said, the Kunwu is my everyday carry. I don't think you can really do much better than Chris Reeve knives. The tolerances and the action on them is great. I know people get upset that they're not drop shut like this, but I don't know, man. Like I said, those are just what I really enjoy. I really like this. Don't know if I'm gonna hold on to it or not. You know, I usually get something, I mess with it for like a week or so, and then I realize that it's not something I plan on keeping. So I'll probably end up getting rid of this, probably lose a few dollars. I always sell things for cheaper than I paid for them. I know that's not a great model, but you know, I figure if I can see a cool knife for $20 to $50 and get my hands on it, you know, take that $20 to $50 loss, I think that's a fair trade. But yeah, I have zero complaints about this blade other than the lock bar. I took it apart and it's running on bearings, and I was actually not surprised by that. But like I said, this action is very smooth, almost to the point where I thought maybe it was washers, but it looked like it was a multi-row bearing systems when I took it apart. Got this really nice backspacer. It's just very clean looking, you know. It's not a ton going on other than this giant Damascus inlay, which, you know, I guess opposite of what I just said. Like, that's very fancy, but like if they made a plain Jane version of this, I think it would be fantastic. Like I said, this is just a little too fancy for my liking. I feel like I'm gonna somehow ruin it. But like I said, it's a great knife, and they always price things pretty well. I mean, titanium, Damascus, and Van X, you know, for right around that $300 mark. That's, you can't go wrong with that. It's getting harder and harder to I guess there's a lot more offerings in this price range nowadays, like, and I know they're manufactured overseas, which I have zero problem with. I think some incredible knives come from overseas. Like I said, I like my Chris Reeves and my Idaho made, but I'm not like a snob. I'm not like, oh, American only, or, you know, I don't think that China makes a crappy knife. I think that they do some extremely good work, and because of that, they can offer, you know, beautiful titanium and high quality blades at, you know, a lesser price point than a lot of American-made blades can. Because, you know, nowadays you see like Microtech, and I'll probably get some backlash for this, but it's like their aluminum body and M390K or M3 whatever the hell it is. You know, those are $300 knives for aluminum and M390. I think that is absurdly priced. I understand that they're manufactured in the US, but I also think Microtech prices a lot of things on their name, you know. But when it comes to Kunwu, Riyadh is, I know Riyadh doesn't make Kunwu, but Riyadh is another company based in China that makes some of the best production knives that I've ever held. So again, I don't have an issue with whether or not this is made in the States or overseas. If it's a good knife, it's a good knife, you know. I don't know. Like I said, this was just kind of a little overview. Like I said, I definitely recommend this. I think it's a great blade. Like I said, that one complaint I have is the lock bar, and it's not even really a problem. You know, it's just there's no cutout, but there is that little bit of chamfering right there, so you can get it. It ain't hard. Just falls right onto your thumbnail. But I would definitely recommend this blade. And I'll say this, it's a lot chunkier than I thought it would be for some reason. Like, it's not an overbuilt knife by any means. It's got some great contouring, but like it's a hand filler, you know? It just, I was kind of expecting thinner scales, thinner blade stock. This is a nice blade. This is, if this wasn't Damascus and wasn't so fancy feeling, like, this would be an excellent workhorse knife. You've got a crazy sticky edge on it right there. Like I said, it came super sharp. I stropped it just a tiny bit because that's pretty much one of the first things I do when I get any of my knives. But yeah, I really like this. Could definitely recommend it. I doubt I'll get any comments being my first video, but if you're watching this, tell me what you think of Kunwu, or tell me what some of your favorite brands are, or tell me how bad my video was, or if you have any ideas how to get rid of some of these shadows, let me know. Like I said, this is my first attempt at a video, so go easy on me. But if you've made it this far, I appreciate you. And I got a lot of shorts posted on my channel. This is like a first full-length video, and we'll see how it goes. All right, take it easy, y'all.